I sent this all-white build to 30 of the best builders I could find, and I asked them to finish the build in their own style. These were the responses. Starting off, Juli came back with this masterpiece of a cyberpunk city. In this video, I'm going to try and break down some of my favorite little details from every single one of these builds. And one thing I'm learning is my skills as a builder are not quite as good as I thought they were. I absolutely love the way she did the curved tower on the side, with signs and billboards of all colors wrapped around it. Next up, we have the Lukewarm Hot Tub, who came back with this epic build that feels like it's straight out of NASA. My favorite detail about this is how he managed to keep the exact shape of the build I sent him and just hollowed it out and filled it with all these incredible details. This view right here is my favorite, with the 6 ports coming out the side. I don't know how he managed to keep a gap between all of them. SSoup came out the gate swinging with this epic medieval styled fantasy build. I mean, look at that dragon, that's just straight perfection. I also like all the shelf mushrooms scattered around the build, helping add that extra layer of detail. He also did this build without Axiom or World Edit, which makes it all that more impressive. Now, I can't pick a favorite, but Cat in a Fishbowl's one is definitely up there. I've attempted to make fire in the past, and I can tell you right now that that is one of the hardest things you can do in this game. His use of barrier blocks with resin clumps around it to help fade the smoke into the distance is excellently done. Oh, and there's a pretty cool dragon as well. I mean, come on, guys. Next up, we have the baker himself, Snarple. I don't even know where to start with this. Like, how do you do that? Just every single spot you look at on this one, the gradients are insane, the shaping is insane. I mean, he takes it from blue to green, yellow to black, red to white. There's levels to this whole building thing, man. Next up, we have Rainz, who came in with this awesome build. While it might look a bit simpler, I actually really like this one. I've never seen someone build in this style of architecture before, with these discs coming down in columns. I think it is a really unique take, and I think the fact that Rainz is a Bedrock player truly shows his talent. I also love these vines that I've seen multiple different people add. Next, we have Zylais, who did a more traditional cyberpunk city, and once again, the gradients and the color choice on this are just perfect. Someone actually asked him how he decided the colors. He said he had his roommate pick 2 colors and he made a gradient between them, and that is just genius. This truly is amazing, my man. Following Zylais is Skye, with her Oriental themed version. I absolutely love the number of layers added to the roof in the main section of the building. I think the shape of that turned out really well. Also, please leave a comment thanking Skye. She helped me organize this project and this would not have happened without her. Thank you so much. Next, we have LumiBie. I'm so happy I finally got to work with you on a project. Your deep dark themed build here turned out phenomenal. I love the pistons moving in the windows, I love the cracked tower, and I love the roof shape. Don't tell the others, but this is one of my favorites. She's a new up-and-coming YouTuber, make sure to go check her out, her stuff is truly phenomenal. Next, we have the bakery staff member, Fdeees. And he decided that my build was just not good enough, and he redid all of the terrain and all of the base for it. And I can't lie, I think he was right. This style of terrain and rockwork is one of my favorites, and I will be studying this build for a good while and trying to figure out how he did this so I can do it myself. Icewhal decided to produce a masterpiece. This build feels like it's straight out of a fairy tale. I have never seen a tree designed like that in Minecraft, and honestly, it just catches my eye. I love the layers in the tree, and I don't know how you managed to do the flying buttresses around the side of it without making that look crowded, but you pulled that off, man. That looks phenomenal. Robella decided to do what I thought other people were gonna do, and just texture my original build beautifully. This is exactly what I imagined when I sent it out, so massive props to you. This turned out really nice. I really like how you managed to do the stone brick feel around the corners of the tower by alternating that smooth stone with the 2 polished andesite. Following Robella, we have Mogswamp. That's right, the Mogswamp, who I can't believe he took time out of his busy schedule to work on this with me. He has this beautiful dark to light gradient, along with this beautiful red to light red roof style. He also went and did the same vine work that everyone else did, except this time he went and did it with the crimson plants instead to match his theme, and I think it turned out really nice. Foreshock decided to make one of the smoothest brown to white gradients I have ever seen in my life. Maybe this is just because I'm a survival player, but I've never thought about using command blocks specifically as part of my gradient, even when I've done just strictly creative work. And then the number of debugged entities he used to create this roof shape is truly incredible, and I am so upset that I couldn't render them perfectly. Next, we have Incy, with arguably the most unique take on this entire project. He decided to build an entire head and use the windows lit up as the eyes for it. Truly incredible, my man. I mean, just look at the way the hair flows. It is so clean. Zack Builds went another route. He decided to tilt the entire structure. This created a really unique angle and a very different feel. I also really like the 3 red lines he added, where they all intersect in the midpoint. I think it just adds a level of cohesion and extra element to the build. You'll have to send me a photo of this build before you tilted it. Next, we have FabledBuilds, who also went the cyberpunk route. However, his cyberpunk is not quite like the others. With an awesome oriental roof and an industrial feel, this one truly is different than the rest. I love your smokestacks, and I love the way you change the rockwork at the bottom to those floating boulders. Next, we have the best 2 castles in the entire project. I'm just kidding, these are my ones. They're definitely not the best. I am, however, super proud of how this all yellow one turned out. I tried to give it a rusted look and try and lean into the apocalyptic vibe. I did, however, do 2 different castles. So for my next one, I decided to do a Gothic cathedral style one, as it had been a long time since I'd messed with that kind of style. Now, my 2 favorite parts for this one is I really like my windows. I like the bright pink coloring using only glazed terracottas. And then I also really like the roof color, where I go from this black color into the light red. Ryanthescion decided to do his signature shading style. In this one, he took it from a light brown into the reds in very sharp lines, and I really like the effect this gives. It truly feels like real life shadows, unlike a lot of mine where I just do gradients. I also like the way he smoothed underneath the entire project using fences. Following Ryan, we have the baker himself, TacoSquad. Taco also went the cyberpunk route, however his is like a brutalist version of it. This one also ended up being one of my favorites. I can't lie, this is just a super clean build. Halfway through working on this video, WreckJaw got recommended as another builder we should add. And holy moly, am I glad he got recommended. It takes a lot of talent to be able to make an all gray build look this detailed. The gradient on this roof is truly so good. I also really like the way he redid the base of this build. Lukeem also decided to go down the classic route. With a darker gray roof and a gray body, this is the type of build that you see in Minecraft. His custom tree was also really well made, using ferns and debugged bushes in order to make it feel fluffier without actually placing leaves. Following Lukeem, we have JavaTheCraft, who has been a long-time SMP buddy of mine. He decided to make a mirrored version of the build on top of a swirling portal effect. This is another really unique take. It looks amazing. I especially love the little extra detail of the boat floating out front on top of the portal. Next, we have Nate. And I mean, honestly, I have no words for this one. I mean, like, what is that? How do you do that? I guess those are words. It's so cool, man. Nate also decided to use the other version of command blocks in his gradient, and who would have thought prismarine into command blocks into light gray glazed terracotta into white. Flat Pixel embodied my favorite part about this whole project. When you have no knowledge of what other people are going to do and you're given this all white build, how do you imagine that would look like? To him, it was purple roofs with a white to gray gradient, and I think it fits perfectly. Following Flat Pixel, we have the Glitch Guy. The Glitch Guy had another completely unique color palette for this one. This brown to red gradient, along with the green roofs, was a super unique take. Also, I really like the little additions of floating islands you added. I think it really ties the build together. Xoriaa and Coulouuu decided to go full oriental. Their insane use of banners to create extra details and patterns on the walls of this build is so special. This is another one where I'm so upset I couldn't get better entities to work properly, because man, you have to see this thing in person when all of the banners are loaded. It is so freaking good. Ryan ended up doing this awesome gradient, as well as holding the title as the only person who did an interior. So massive shout out to Ryan. Your hard work did not go unnoticed. And honestly, shame on the rest of you. Next, MrMaxMondays. He did a build that I don't even know how to process. I think he used command blocks with filled commands to make this glitch effect appear on the top tower, and I've never seen anything like that. So huge props to you, my man. You stumped me. SEI decided to do the cleanest wood gradient I think I have ever seen in my entire life. I have never once thought about using signs as an extra detail to help me gradient between wood colors. He went from junglewood to spruce and used oak signs between them to help with the smoothing, as well as just the detail on every single part of this build. This one is definitely one of my favorites. Here we have the super duper super mod Bake Beet herself. I never want to see any allegations that she can only build taverns after this build. Though, it does kind of look like a tavern, doesn't it? I don't know, maybe you're stuck on that one. And finally, we have the Alvocado, who was the only person to go for the ruined look, and I really think it works. I love the extra tree growing out the tower, men. Thank you so much for participating. Thank you so much to everyone that participated in this project. I am truly blown away with what you guys came up with. If you told me a year ago I'd be working with you guys, I would have never believed it. For everyone else watching, if you are interested in getting in on the next project, I'll be opening it up to public submissions for the next project. So if you want a chance to feature, make sure to join the Discord to get all of the information when I announce it. I can't wait to see what the whole Minecraft community is capable of. And if you guys made it this far, you clearly enjoyed the video, so make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, it really helps me out. And please check out everyone's builds link down below in the description. They put their heart and soul into this, and I think it shows.